Avatar is back, and you're probably wondering what Jake and Neytiri have been up to all these years. Well, James Cameron knows, and here's how you can find out too. As we head into Avatar season, it's worth noting just how successful the original sci-fi epic was at the time of its release. It's the kind of mad scientist spectacle that feels uniquely special when compared against the current blockbuster landscape. Although it has attracted some criticism and even a bit of mockery in the years since, the truth of the matter is that Avatar is a wholly original concept that went on to secure the coveted spot of the highest grossing movie of all time, with a $2.9 billion box office intake.
I see you.
With the first Avatar taking over 15 years to develop, it only makes sense that James Cameron would take another 13 to develop a lineup of sequels, including Avatar: The Way of Water. Cameron is a perfectionist filmmaker with the mind of an engineer, so if it means taking another year to develop a piece of groundbreaking underwater technology, then that's exactly what he's going to do. With such a big gap between films, fans will be keen to see how much has changed with the first movie's characters, as Jake and Neytiri return among an entire cast of fresh Na'vi faces. The Way of Water primes itself to show the larger scope and ecosystem of Pandora, and in order to get its original stars in the right mindset, Cameron provided them with a crucial text. During a virtual press conference attended by SlashFilm, star Sam Worthington talked about how Cameron helped him and Zoe Saldana with a script that acts as an in-between story, exploring what happened between films. He explained, "Jim gave me a script that was Avatar 1.5, that unto itself is amazing and detailed and full of what they've kind of gone through over that gap. You wanted to explore what this family dynamic is, and the natural extension of this love story." Whereas the theatrical gap between Avatar and The Way of Water is a little over a decade, the in-universe timeline puts it about 15 years between the two stories. There's a lot to catch up on, especially since Jake and Neytiri now have a family to take care of. Of course, fans might be more concerned with how The Way of Water would find the time to fill in the time jump with all these new characters, if we hadn't had a few hints already. Chances are that the actual script will be made available at some point. But if you want to get a head start, then you may want to focus your attention toward Dark Horse Comics. Over the past few years, Dark Horse has been easing folks back into the world of Pandora with a series of comics. There's Sute's Path and Adapt or Die, both of which are prequels that take place before the events of Avatar. But to get yourself into the mindset of The Way of Water, you'll want to read The Next Shadow, which chronicles the tribulations of Jake rising among the ranks of the Omotikaya clan. The most important one, however, arrives in the form of The High Ground, a 3-volume graphic novel series that leads directly into the highly anticipated sequel. Volume 1 of The High Ground is currently available, with the subsequent volumes coming out in January 2023. Although the series is penned by Sherry L. Smith, according to a report from Inverse, the story emanated from what would have been Cameron's original idea for The Way of Water. Cameron himself says, "It was missing one of those critical elements about sequels, which is that it didn't go enough into the unexpected." As the press tour rolls on, we're sure to get more details on whether The High Ground is close to what Worthington and Saldana were given to read.